really goes to Nightmare is in situations where he's just too frustrated or feels like it's a matchup that he doesn't 100% understand. But for the most part, he goes with Haohmaru. I don't see why he would pick Nightmare against Siegfried.
I also agree. It seems like Siegfried wins that matchup versus Nightmare, at least a bit.
That tends to always be the case. I think just lore-wise, the developers always make it so that that is the case.
Oh, yeah. And I actually think that Haohmaru, with his insane movement, is pretty good versus Siegfried.
Yeah, I would say so. And the thing is that Siegfried doesn't even necessarily win out in the damage. So you're talking about two characters that have not very good speed, but Haohmaru with a significantly better movement and just overall spacing game versus a character that, I mean, in Dark Legacy he outdamages him, but...
Oh yeah, right.
Other than that, not really.
And Haohmaru's... Oh, that was pretty cool when he was able to backstab that.
Yeah, he was so good that he was able to do something on block right in front of Scavenger's face and still get away from the Dark Legacy. Like, he didn't even have to, like, block it. Okay, I guess we're doing this now.
Maybe
it's laggy?
Yeah,
This is across the country.
That's true, so...
That's I've never seen that combo before. That was
pretty cool. Maybe it's not guaranteed. It definitely felt like maybe you can control it. Yeah, but that was pretty cool still.
Maybe it's like a big body only combo. That was cool.
You know what? As a Kilik main, I don't know what the big body combo is. Like almost all of the Kilik combos either work or don't work. Oh, that was...
I'm not surprised by that at all.
4-4K.
4-4K does have tech crouching properties at the beginning of the jump. If they don't nerf 4-4K, I will be so surprised.
Okay, he didn't block.
Yeah,
so
he didn't block.
That was actually pretty smart. If you don't want to like wholeheartedly guess, you can just not block.
Yeah, Scavenger got a little bit too... oh, nice... Oh, I guess he didn't get anything out of that. But he's getting a little bit too ambitious with regards to... ooh, it really seems like Scavenger is not familiar with Haohmaru virtually at all. So if you block one of the heavy slashes, he can cancel it into his samurai moves. Why can't I remember the name of the moves? Anyway, but for the most part, kicks are going to be able to get through that sort of thing. Or you just take the bet.
Yes. That's a kind of unique situation in Soul Calibur. It kind of puts him into GI state, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's different from GI because he doesn't only have to re-GI or re-RI. He has a bunch of moves with tech crouching properties or crash properties that he can use, so you can not just like default to like post-GI options that you have.
Now, that being said, virtually all of the options he has out of that, if you were to read it correctly, are pretty massively unsafe. Either they're like pretty staunch verticals, or he turns a situation where he was minus 14 or minus 16 to a situation where he's like minus 22 or something.
That's true, and he cannot like re-GI again.
Yeah, at that point, he's just like merp. Yeah.
Till that, Scavenger actually has a pretty good meter lead.
Yeah, but
I think is pretty important.
It's important, but also Rage Explosion. That can be pretty scary. It all depends on how Florida... Okay, well, he's definitely going to get the damage buff. Okay, and he has the lethal hit on the 236B, so he's got a Siegfried player has to be pretty worried right now. Not exactly the fastest character in the world, and the fact that he got basically nothing out of his first bar. So... Suddenly, this is becoming significantly hard. Well, I think that's going to be in time, yeah.
No, at least that's safe. You know, nice lethal hit for a huge amount of damage.
Yeah.
Soul Charge is just to keep a frame advantage. I'm not too sure about that Soul Charge, but now he can just lay
he's got 2 bars, right? Yeah. And the thing of it is, especially with the fact that Scavenger hasn't really demonstrated that he knows Haohmaru all that well, that chances are that means either Scavenger 1 doesn't know that you can't actually sidestep Haohmaru's projectile once he's in Soul Charge, or at the very least he doesn't have the timing down to where you can GI, which is basically the only option you have. So if you already have your opponent down so much, you might as well just use your extra bar to chip them to the point where literally anything you could breathe on them and they're going to fall apart. Oh.
Now we see a counter pick.
I don't know why this is a counter pick.
Uh,
I don't know why this is easier.
well, the thing that
2A, I guess.
come to my mind like immediately is 6B being a lethal hit on a backstab. So
Yeah, okay.
if Haohmaru is a bit telegraphed with their backstabbing, you can abuse that. At
Yeah,
the
thing
same
is,
time, go
yeah.
ahead.
Well, I just feel like, unlike Siegfried, who isn't necessarily known for like crazy good tech crouches that you do in terms of like counterattacks. Meanwhile, Mina tends to use 2-2A quite a lot. I feel like 4-4K is going to be a much more effective tool in this kind of matchup if Florida Man decides to use it more frivolously.
Well, I'll agree with you. It's like both characters has tools to stop each other games. That was
Yeah, that was a punishable 3B on block into an uppercut.
yeah.
Oh, ew. Yeah, I feel like Scavenger really doesn't know what's going on at all. Yeah,
Okay, that was
4-4K is pretty good.
and there's not much risk involved in doing that.
No, I mean, obviously you can like sidestep it, but yeah, it can be weird, it can be tricky.
Especially on Mina's run-up, her both 668 tech crouches, and obviously.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about. It's just like the tech crouches are coming out so much more often with Mina that I feel like 4-4K becomes a significantly harder thing to deal with.
Now we see a soul charge, and he has 2 bars. He was not. Oh, okay. Now we see it. Damage is just insane.
Yeah.
And true to the Samurai Showdown, it's just 2 hits in a combo.
Yep.
And that's like almost half bar.
Yeah, vintage Samurai Showdown tactics of jump kick on block into AA. Oh, maybe he can't actually punish Mina 2-2B. He probably can, now that I think about it.
Was 66K?
Oh, yeah, you could do that. It's a little bit hard to buffer something like that.
Yes.
But then again, 2-2B does give you quite a lot of time for something like that. It goes into bare knuckle. Not exactly the best idea to go into bare knuckle against Mina Soul Charge. I don't know so much about that.
Nice.
Doesn't get us punished.
Oh no, punish again. So and Florian just knows that and just doesn't commit to any options.
Yeah.
Which makes heavy slashes pretty safe.
Yeah. Ooh, that's actually a pretty big deal if he can pull this off because you should have just waited. Oh right,
he's alive.
Oh,
nice
wow.
full charge.
Tried to one
It's alive.
Get him.
Oh. Okay.
So that's a pretty big deal. Florida Man isn't going to have Rage for the rest of this game. Now, neither of them have any meter. Scavenger still has work to do, but the fact that he doesn't have to deal with any of that huge damage comeback factor, am I even going to be able to, like, end my sentence before Florida Man just wins the round?
Yeah. To be honest, though, I feel like as the Haohmaru player, you should not let that get to your head that you don't have a Rage anymore.
Yeah.
And just try to, like, I always felt like with the mechanics like that, you always have to spend it no matter, like, oh, that was nice. That's probably it.
Yeah, that's a ring out, probably. Yeah. Pretty big deal. Now we got 2 bars to 2, but again, no Rage, so I would say that Mina is heavily favored in this regard.
That's true. That's true. And her soul charge, like, in general, that went right through her.
Well, yeah, it dissipates after a while. It doesn't technically go full screen.
I see.
But it definitely graphically just looked like Mina just stood there. This is the farthest I've ever seen a stage do this.
This is a pretty cool stage.
Yeah, it's a shame that it like lags so much.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
I don't
too far
think
away, isn't it?
well, yeah, it's no way that will reach. Nice 6B, a little bit random, but well-chosen option, I guess.
If I'm gonna be completely honest, I feel like if I was the teammates of either of these players, I'd be pretty upset right now because I feel like they're not taking this seriously at all, and it's just like, hey man, like I understand that it's an online game, but also there's kind of a lot of money at stake. Could you like take this like a little bit more seriously?
Nice 668 tech touch through the A, I believe. Oh, he was ducking, I think, or maybe he was pressing something.
Sorry, chat. I have to end the stream because of that match. That was so disrespectful. There's nothing else to see